What is going on, folk? My name is NimbleThor, and thanks for tuning back into my mobile gaming quest, where today we are playing Dice Hunter Dicemancer Quest, which is a tactical turn-based RPG from 2016. And I was recommended this game by one of you guys, so if you have more great game suggestions, please don't hold back. I love getting new recommendations, and I'll usually share my thoughts on the games if I like them. So in Dice Hunter, we assemble a team of dice, and then we take them into battle, where each die can either roll an attack, a defense, a star, or a lightning bolt. So for example, let's roll the die here. We simply swipe up to roll them, and we got 2 stars, wait, 1 star, 3 lightning bolts, and 2 defenses. So that didn't really deal any damage to the opponents, which is proving to be an issue for us, because we only have 183 HP left. Now the stars and the lightning bolts, they charge up special abilities that our dice have, and using those strategically plays a really big role in winning these matches. And we also use the stars and the lightning bolts as keys to make bosses vulnerable, removing their shields so we can deal more damage to them. Now let's see if we can defeat this archer and the mage. We did that successfully. Awesome. And we defeated the next mage as well, so now we're gonna get some HP from that potion. And now, as you guys can see, those 2 opponents right here, this one and this one, the ones I'm clicking on the screen right now, they both have free shields, which we have to take out completely before we can attack their HP. So the only way to properly do this is by rolling 2 lightning bolts. And one way we can increase the chances of that happening is by locking down one of these die that already has a lightning bolt on it. And then we're gonna roll the rest. And we actually got 2 lightning bolts. That's awesome. So now we can deal damage to their HP directly, and we actually did do that. So now, as you guys can see, there's a wall up here as well. And for that wall, we have to get 2 stars. So I want to get some stars, but this time around the issue is that we don't have any stars yet, so we have to just roll all of the dice again. But first though, let's use the special abilities of each of these dice. So the first one here is going to deal 3 damage to the spiders. This one, I forgot exactly what it's going to do. I think it's going to stun one of them and then have it attack random other opponents. In this case, it went for the walls just above it. And then lastly, this one here, let's use that on this entire row to stun all of them for 1 turn. And now let's roll all 6 dice to see what we're gonna get. We got only 1 star, but at least we can now lock that star down. We can lock down 1 new die every single turn, and now we have 6 unused die locks. So let's use one of them right now to lock down this one, and just hope for the best. Come on, give me something good. We did not get a star. That is kind of frustrating, but we are going to deal, I think, 4 in damage though. Yes, there we go. So now, even though we haven't rolled 2 stars, we're still actually getting through that barricade there. So we got 4 of a kind here. 4 shields, that's awesome, and we got just a single attack, which was luckily enough to remove the barricade, and now we just have to keep going here, rolling all of our dice again and again and again, over and over again, until we charge up those special abilities once again. Now, where this game gets really interesting is that each of these dice can have different chances of rolling different patterns. So for example, this die over here on the very right side, I believe the top right corner, can only roll lightning bolts, attacks, or defense, which of course means that we will never roll a star with that one. So if we need 2 stars, for example, to take down a wall, something blocking our path, well, in that case, we may want to lock down that guy on an attack pattern or defense pattern, because we know that it's not going to roll a star whatsoever. So there's some strategy going into that, and I'm really liking that. We are losing a lot of HP though. Look at this, 75 HP left. We can pick which of the opponents we want to attack. As you can see, we can freely target any of the 3 enemies in the row nearest to us. Now, what we can't do though is that we cannot choose which of those that will be attacked the next time around though. So let's say we've targeted one of them, we're gonna deal 2 damage, it's gonna take out one of them completely, but then which of the other 2 units are gonna take the remaining damage, well, that's something we can't decide. That's up to complete and utter randomness and luck, sadly. And then lastly, each die has a certain type as well, and there are type advantages involved in those types. So for example, say you have a fire die or a water die and you're fighting a fire enemy, well, in that case, that water die is gonna deal 100% extra damage. So instead of dealing 1 damage, you're gonna deal 2 damage. And that of course means that we definitely want to unlock as many different types of dice as possible. Now look at this, guys. It looks like we've gotten to the final boss of this level here. So we're gonna stun him, because he's probably gonna deal a lot of damage otherwise. So we're gonna stun him for the next turn, and we're gonna roll all of these again, hoping that we're gonna get 2 lightning bolts to remove his shield. That did not happen, but luckily we're gonna deal a shit ton of damage. Look at that, 2, 4, 6, 8 in damage in total. So look at this, it looks like we're gonna be able to take out the boss completely, actually, because we can use the special ability of this die over here, and then now all we have to do is do a normal roll, and we're almost certainly gonna win the round right here with nearly full HP. Yes, there we go, dealing the remaining 1 damage. And we finished this level. That's pretty awesome. So now we got some rewards. Let's have a look at what we got. We got 4 gold, 5 gold, and 5 gold. So we're not gonna get a lot of gold at the time, but we can use whatever gold we do have to go in here and actually upgrade our dice. So let's do that right now. This one I believe is only level 1, so let's go level it up to level 2. Now it's gonna be a level 3 Hellhound, and I do believe we can level it all the way up to level 4 as well. There you go. So as you guys can see, it has an attack stat, it has a defense stat, and it has an HP stat. Now the HP stats combined of the amount of dice that you take into battle defines how much HP you have. But why does the attack and defense stats matter? Well, that wasn't immediately clear to me, but then I learned that if we have high enough attack and defense stats, we can deal double damage and get double defense as well. So definitely make sure to level up these guys as often as you can. That's something the game really didn't tell us from the beginning, so I didn't really know why we would have to go in and upgrade these guys, and so I didn't do that in the beginning. Now we've run out of gold, as you can see, so we have to go in and play some more levels, some more campaign levels to unlock more gold. We have completed some quests though, so let's see if we can get enough gold from these quests to actually level up our dice. We can claim this one. Oh, that one actually gave us some premium currency as well. That is nice. And we can claim this one here as well for some more premium currency. And I think that was it for the quests that we've completed right now. So what we can do now is go in and open up some new dice as well. This is completely random. It's sort of a gacha system, so we're gonna get one of these. Could be a 3-star one, could be a 2-star one, could be a 1-star one. Hopefully we're gonna get something that's 2 or 1 stars, but it looks like we got a 1 star, so a pretty common die, sadly. What special ability does this one have? It deals 3 damage to an enemy in the front row, so it seems to be a random enemy. So let's go unlock another one instead and see if we have some more luck this time around. Come on, 3 stars or 2 stars. We got a 2-star one. That is nice. Look at this. And I think this vampire is even a type that I don't have yet, so that's nice. More type advantage there. So the Vampire Queen's special ability is Drain Life, deal 2 damage to an enemy, and you gain 20% health if the enemy loses health. That's pretty nice as well, so let's claim this bonus that we got from unlocking that die. And let's go for one last round of Dice Hunt. Hopefully we're gonna get a 3-star one. I don't know if it's even possible to get a 3-star without paying though. This game seemed to want us to pay. Oh, that was so close. Oh, that was so close to getting a 3-star one. This game is trying to trick us though. It's definitely trying to make us want to spend money on the game. And honestly, guys, I do feel kind of enticed to spend money on it. I'm not going to do it, though. I want to play this game as a free-to-play game because I have a feeling that if we do start spending money on it, we will probably never stop again because you can end up spending so much money on in-app purchases if you want to unlock all of these dice. Now, I have 2 main frustrations with this game, and the first one is that there's quite a bit of randomness involved in which patterns we're going to roll, but secondly, also in how often we trigger the chance of dealing double damage. You guys can see that we have a 38% chance of dealing double damage. You can see that just to the left side of the HP bar. And it's completely random, of course, if we're gonna do that or not. I don't like that. It means that the game is slightly less strategic than I would like it to be. And secondly, the grind is pretty rough. We are going to have to grind a lot of levels to earn enough gold to level up our dice properly so that they can keep dealing enough damage so that we can continue in the campaign missions. And that means, yes, grinding over and over and over again. At the end of the day, the game is still very fun though, and I can definitely see why some players, myself included, gets enticed by the core gameplay loop. If you like these types of games, by the way, you may want to check out Dice Mage 2 as well. It's a game that I played quite a long time ago here on the channel. It has a bit of that same feel, but with a much more friendly monetization. So definitely go check that one out if you like this type of gameplay. And now that we're talking about the monetization anyway, I was glad to see that even though there is an energy system in this game, because there is, it doesn't seem to be truly used by the developers at the moment, which is kind of weird. We can easily play for at least an hour, maybe even 2 hours, without running out of energy whatsoever. So that's nice, and frankly, the way it should be, because I don't like energy systems whatsoever. But instead, the game monetizes by selling us new dice and the shards we need to upgrade them. And unlocking it without paying is a very long and, as I said, very grindy process. But it is doable though. You can unlock most of these dice simply by playing the game. So that's pretty much my conclusion on this game. I'm enjoying it, I find it fun to play, I like it as a casual game, and I think many of you guys will as well, despite the in-app purchases. So with that said, let's get into the mobile gaming news of the day, which is that Brawl Stars by Supercell won big time at the Finnish Game Awards that took place last week. The game won both the award for Small Screen Game of the Year, which basically means Mobile Game of the Year, and the overall Finnish Game of the Year award. And in related news, by the way, Pocket Gamer recently reported that Brawl Stars is estimated to make $50 million per month at the moment. So awards and a ton of money. Not too bad for Supercell. So are you guys still playing Brawl Stars, or haven't you tried it yet? Let's discuss that game in the comment section down below. And until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.